Hi guys, I usually do not do vlogs. It just, at this point, it doesn't really fit into my schedule in life, but this week is my last week in my house. As you can see, I don't know if you could tell, there's like nothing on the walls. I even took the curtains down to wash them. There's like nothing in this house pretty much. Well, I mean, we have our furniture. We're gonna do like a basic like staging since where we're moving to is fully furnished in our kind of like temporary place that we're gonna be. So we're leaving all the furniture, but we're just taking all the like knickknacks and stuff. So it just feels very like emptied of our things right now. So this is our last week in our house. This is also the week that I was going to do the TBR Jar Readathon, which is hosted by Eliza from Dusk Angel Reads. And part of the reason I wanted to do this one was that I have some books that I'm like part way through, and I have some library books, and I thought this would be a fun like way to kind of get through those before I leave. So it's like where I put all the books in the like cup and draw them, and then when I'm done with one, move on to the next. So I figured I would vlog the week so you kind of see the journey of me finishing up my last week in our house, and then the end of the week I will be in our condo and also like kind of finishing up some books that I'm halfway through. So the way I'm going to do this is Eliza had a couple rules. One rule was she wanted us to make a goal, and my goal is that this week, so the readathon goes until the 14th, and my goal will be to finish 4 books. And that doesn't seem like a lot to me because some of these I'm like halfway through, so I don't know if you could tell, like this one I'm already part of the way through. So I don't think it's an unrealistic goal because some of them I will only have like 150 pages or something to read before they're finished. So I'm kind of hoping that I will reach 4 books because some of them are library books and I just need to take them back. I mean, I could get them at the library at the next place, but it's gonna be a while before I have a library card, I think, because I won't have any utilities in my name for a while. So I'm hoping to finish some of these that I got from the library. And so I also did 2 different jars. She didn't specify how you could do it. She just said as long as you're pulling from a jar. So this jar is books that I am partway through, and this jar is books that I have not started yet because I'm still a mood reader and I need to have options. So I have both. Both of them at this point are library books. I have some other books written on cards, but those are books I own, and so I figure I will put them in towards the end of the week so that I can make sure I get the library books done first. So there's not as many options. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to draw one from these are ones I'm partway through, and I'm going to see what it is, and then I'm going to decide if my second one I draw, because I always read 2 books at one time, it just happens because I usually have one like an audio and one like a physical. And a lot of these I have both on audio from Scribd and physical copies. So I'm going to draw one from here, and then based on what it is, I might draw another one from here, or I might be like, I'm in the mood for a new book. I'm going to go with my mood tonight. So I'm going to draw one. There's not that many. I think there's only like 4 books in here right now. Alright, so my first book is A Darker Shade of Magic, which is good. I'm about halfway through that, and this will be good because I wanted to do the darker shade of read-alongs with Common Spence, and I missed the first live show because I didn't finish this, so I need to finish this so that I can read the second one before the end of September and the second live show. So that's a good one. And I think I might draw another one from my partway finish instead of a new one, because since I'm halfway through this, I could finish it in the next day and start another one and get like 2 finished right away, which would feel good. So I'm going to draw one more from that. And I got the ABC Murders, and that's perfect because this actually I have an audiobook version of. I have the physical book, but I prefer the audio, so I'm going to listen to ABC Murders as the audiobook, and I'm going to read the physical A Darker Shade of Magic. So I guess I'll get back to you guys when I have finished one of these books and let you know what I think. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, and I don't think I ever said the last clip I did was from Saturday evening, so that was when the readathon began on September 8th, and so today is Tuesday the 11th, so we still have a few more days in the TBR Jar Readathon. And so the last time I drew 2 books. I drew A Darker Shade of Magic and the ABC Murders, and I was going to read this one physically and listen to this one on audio. And I just finished A Darker Shade of Magic. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to rate it. I'll wait till my wrap up to give all that. I'll say now that I'm not in love with this series like a lot of people are, but I am still interested enough to go on to the second one. I think because a lot of this book was world building, I was bored for the first half, so it just, I'm hoping that the second one, because the world's already built and everything like that, that we can just have more plot instead of so much exposition. So I am going to keep going, and I might be going next if that's what I draw out of the jar, but I wouldn't say that I am in love with this. Like, everybody seems to be raving about it. And then I was going to read the ABC Murders by Agatha Christie on audio, and I just haven't had a chance to do any audiobook lately, so I actually read a little bit of it. I'm at about the halfway point. I'm going to continue reading this, but I still wanted to draw a couple more books because I might be doing this on audio tonight while I pack, and so I wanted a couple more books to finish up, because actually I have to return all of these books to the library, all of them here, by Thursday. So I only have 2 days, so I'm going to draw a couple, one that I'm halfway through and one to start fresh, and see if I can finish them before I have to return them to the library, and then everything else is going to go to the library right away, because I can only feasibly finish one full book and one half book before Thursday. This one I do have on script, so I'm not worried about returning the book. So I'm going to draw one book that I'm halfway between. I only have 2 left of the library books, so we'll see. It's a 50-50 chance between Emerald Green and These Broken Stars. I can never remember the title of that book for some reason, so let's see what I will be finishing up. All right, I drew These Broken Stars. This is actually what I really wanted to read next, because I'm kind of in the mood for finishing that, because I had gotten to about the 80% point last time and stopped, but I didn't remember most of it, so I actually started it over again last week and made it to page 75, but I was reading it fast since I had read it before, so I think I could easily finish this in the next day. And then now I'm going to draw the one that I'm starting. Some of these I do have on Scribd as ebooks, so if I don't finish them, it's probably not the end of the world. And I drew A Gathering of Shadows, so I guess I am continuing that series right away. I do have an ebook version of this from the library, so I'll start off on the physical book, and if I don't finish it by Thursday, then I can still continue it ebook. But I'm also keeping myself open to DNFing this, because like I said, I didn't really love the first book, and if this one is very similar to the first, then I probably won't continue the series. But if it has a lot more exciting plot, then I will, like, if the world gets more rich and more exciting, then I will continue it. So we'll find out probably tomorrow if I'm continuing with this. So those are the 2 I drew, and I will see you next time when I've finished something. Hey guys, so it is Wednesday evening. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I know what day it is. It's Wednesday evening, and tomorrow we leave to move from this house into our temporary house. And so I just wanted to give you guys an update before we leave, since I didn't really get much done today in the way of reading, probably because I was packing for most of the day and getting things ready in the house, which I should have realistically realized I wasn't going to get much done today, but I'm always optimistic that things are going to go smoothly. But I think it's still going to be a long night of getting things ready, and I have to take all these books to the library tomorrow. But I'll let you know, because some of them I have like ebooks, so I'll be continuing. So I'm still doing the ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. I have been listening to it today as I've been packing, so I actually have an hour left in my audiobook. It's about 50 pages left of the book, so this will definitely finish tonight. And so I'll update you tomorrow when we get settled in the condo of what I think about it. And then I had pulled yesterday out These Broken Stars, and I have not continued on from where I was at the 75 page mark. That was where I had stopped last week when I was reading it. I know that I can get this on audiobook, I think. I'm going to check, because I had it from audiobook before from my library, and I'm going to see if they have it available. And if they do, then I'm going to listen to this on my way tomorrow, because we have a 5-hour drive tomorrow, and my husband and I are driving in separate cars so we can bring more stuff. So hopefully if the kids are asleep, then I can listen to this. If they're not, then probably will be listening to kids stuff. So we'll see how that goes. And then the other book I had picked up out of the jar was A Gathering of Shadows, and I was supposed to start this, and obviously I did not start this book. But I have an ebook version of this from the library, so when we get settled, then this will be one of my top priorities. So that was just an update that I am still reading these 3 books, but this one will definitely get finished tonight. So tomorrow my focus will be on listening to this one and reading this one when we get settled, because I'm sure I'll need a little relaxation time in the evening. So that's my update. Next time you see me, I will be in a different state and probably exhausted, but you know, it's an exciting adventure nonetheless. So hopefully I'll have something finished by tomorrow. Hey guys, so this is it. I am leaving our house. It's kind of sad. I mean, we'll be back when it sells to pack up the rest of the stuff, but still, this is like last time of really living in it. So we're all like packed up. The kids are all ready to go. Back is completely packed. My husband's coming later with the van. So we're going. So first we're dropping stuff at the library, so I got all the books. And I did finish the ABC Murders last night. I listened to an audiobook because I really do like this narrator. I don't know his name right at the moment. I'll put it in the wrap-up. And I really enjoyed this one. If you had recently seen my wrap-up from a couple months ago where I read another Poirot book, I did not like it. I didn't like The Mysterious Affairs at Styles, but this one I did. So I wonder if maybe that was the first one of the Poirot books, so maybe like as they went on, they got better. And I just had heard that this one was a really popular one, so I thought I would give him another chance, and I did really like it. So I'll talk more about it in the wrap-up, but that's good. So that means I will continue on with more Agatha Christie novels. So yeah, we're headed out. I'll probably listen to a little of these Broken Stars while we're driving, while the kids are out and asleep or watching TV. Hey guys, it's Friday the 14th, which means it's the last day of the TBR Jar Readathon. And yesterday I was driving here to the condo, and I thought I would get some time to listen to the audiobook of these Broken Stars. And during the 5-hour drive, listened to it for about an hour and a half. There was just a lot of crying kids, and they weren't napping for the first whole section. So that's all I got done of that, and then I did read later that day. So at this point, I think I'm at about the 60% mark. My app does not show percentages, so just based off of the chapters, I think I'm around 60%. So I'm not sure if I'll finish that tonight, because I think we're gonna have an early night. We didn't get much sleep the first night here. Hope you don't mind, I'm feeding Eliza before she goes to bed. So if I get that done, it would mean I finish 3 books this week for the readathon, which my goal is 4. And seeing as I was moving, I think that's pretty good. I probably should have had a lower goal, so I would still count that as a success. I might only be at 2.5, but I still will count that as a success, just because I'm going to finish that book in the next day, and that's 3 more books that I had partly started and had like low-key DNF'd, and that just means they've been sitting around for a while and I hadn't finished them. So now I'm like, yay, 3 more that I have finished from my pile. So I feel like the readathon did what I wanted it to do and missed all the chaos. So I might check in with you in the morning just to let you know if I did finish that book. Otherwise, this might be the end. Hey guys, so it is Saturday the 15th, and I know I said at the end of my last clip that I probably was going to wrap up there, but I finished these Broken Stars, and technically I finished it this morning, but I'm going to count it as being part of the readathon because I started a little bit late on the day last Saturday, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call that I did 3 books during the TBR Jar Readathon, and I really enjoyed these Broken Stars. I had previously read about 80% of it and then set it aside because something happened that really like made me angry, and I didn't know how they were gonna recover from it, and so then I put it aside, and then I didn't go back to it for months, and I finally decided this is ridiculous, I should just finish it and see what happened, and it turned out to be really good. Like, I really enjoyed the book, so I should have had more trust that the authors wouldn't disappoint me, and that that it would still be a good story even though I was angry at a certain moment. So I had a great week of reading and moving. We are in my parents' condo right now, getting all settled in today. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this vlog. I will probably post in a couple days the wrap-ups from the reviews from the books I read this week. I have one other one that I read the week before too, so I'll just review all 4 of them. So be on the lookout for those reviews coming soon. Bye!